يا عمي بدنا ناس تعملنا، ناس تعطينا وناس تطعمنا. هيك بيزبطش، هيك مزلة. طلع كيس 50 كيلو، مين بده يجيبه؟ أنا بقى وقعت 10 مرات فيه، 10 مرات بدل ما أروح أستلمه من الوكالة. يا عمي بدنا وكالة تسلمنا.
كل الشعب اللي برا بتفرج علينا.
والله الوضع سيء، ولكن الحمد لله رب العالمين قدرنا نحصل عليه. يعني اللقمة جبناها بالدم والله، وموت وطخ ووضع صعب وسيء للغاية.
قبل 10 أيام جبت كيس طحين وخلص، فامبارح خلص ولا كيلو ضل، فسبحان الله اليوم رحت وربنا رزق بالكيس.
Today I convened a cabinet meeting to do two things. One, provide an update on the state of negotiations with the United States, and secondly, to discuss the situation in the Middle East. The focus of our meeting was really the Middle East. The level of human suffering in Gaza is intolerable. Earlier this week, the Minister of Foreign Affairs represented Canada at the UN high-level conference on a two-state solution in New York. In recent days, I've spoken with our allies, including President Macron, Prime Minister Starmer, President von der Leyen. I've also had a number of discussions with our ambassador to the United Nations, Bob Ray. International cooperation is essential to securing lasting peace and stability in the Middle East, and Canada will do its best to help lead that effort. Canada has long been committed to a two-state solution, an independent, viable, and sovereign Palestinian state living side by side with the state of Israel in peace and security. For decades, it was hoped that this outcome would be achieved as part of a peace process built around a negotiated settlement between the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority. Regrettably, this approach is no longer tenable. Prospects for a two-state solution have been steadily and gravely eroded, including by the pervasive threat of Hamas terrorism to Israel and its people, culminating in the heinous attack of October 7, 2023, and the terrorist organization Hamas's long-standing violent rejection of Israel's right to exist and its rejection of a two-state solution. For the reasons I cited earlier, Canada intends to recognize the State of Palestine at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2025. This intention is predicated on the Palestinian Authority's commitment to much-needed reforms, including commitments by the Palestinian Authority's President Abbas to fundamentally reform its governance, to hold general elections in 2026 in which Hamas can play no part, and to demilitarize the Palestinian state. Canada will increase its efforts in supporting strong democratic governance in Palestine and the contributions of its people to a more peaceful and hopeful future.
The United Kingdom is now on a pathway to recognize the State of Palestine in September before UNGA. We have always believed that there is no better vision for the future of the region than two states. But the decision that we have taken today puts us on a pathway towards recognition. And over the next 8 weeks, what we are attempting to do is affect the situation on the ground. We have seen the most horrific scenes. The global community is deeply offended by children being shot and killed as they reach out for aid. The time has come for a ceasefire. The time has come to see those hostages released, and the time has come to abate the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza to get them the aid and the medical equipment and supplies that they need. And it is my sincere hope that the decision that we have taken today affects the situation on the ground, and we get to that ceasefire, we get to those hostages coming out as soon as possible. And let me say, it has always been the position of the United Kingdom government that we support aid workers and we abhor the loss of life of aid workers. And of course, it's essential that journalists are able to go about their business in Gaza and report the facts as they see it without fear or favor. As you know, that the United Kingdom has the most special of relationships with the United States. We have always been clear that no country has a veto on solemn decisions that we make in the United Kingdom, and you will have seen in my statement that I made reference to the unique position of the UK in relation to the situation we see in Israel and Gaza and the occupied territories and the Balfour Declaration.